Okay, so we are going to be talking about when to eat and how much to eat. So let's start with a myth breaker, I guess. It doesn't matter when you eat. There are some things you can follow to help yourself so you don't feel like you're eating too much or you don't feel like you're getting hungry. But believe it or not, you can eat whenever it fits your schedule. Some people work graveyard, some people work swing shifts, some people have split shifts, and you'll hear them say, well, I can't do this because I can't eat breakfast, or I can't eat at 8 in the morning, or I can't get up at 6. And the reality is you can make it, your meals can fit any time of the day. So when to eat is not as important as how much to eat. And how much to eat also depends on you as well. So let me give you an example. I stopped calling my meals breakfast, lunch, dinners, and snacks. And I stopped giving them times when I would eat them. And I simply just plan based off meal 1, 2, 3, 4, and sometimes meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you'll notice sometimes I'm only eating 4 times a day. Sometimes I eat 5 times a day. Sometimes I eat 6 times a day. It depends on what fits my schedule that day because my life has just got a lot in it and I'm so busy. So with that being said, you will hear a lot of myths out there about, oh, I can't eat past 6 o'clock, or oh, I need to eat first thing at 6 in the morning. Well, I would say that you should get up, and when you get up, you should eat an hour within waking up. So for some people, if you're like me, I like to work out on an empty stomach. So I like to work out as soon as I get up, and as soon as I'm done working out is when I eat. Some people like to eat before a workout and get a little something in there, and that's fine too. So I would say though, from whenever you wake, you're gonna wanna eat within 1 hour of waking. And that's gonna wanna be your biggest meal. So if you're a graveyard worker and you wake at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's your wake time. That should be your biggest meal. I get up early in the morning, that's my biggest meal. Why is the first meal my biggest meal? Because it's when I'm gonna need my most energy. I've been sleeping all night. While you're sleeping, you burn energy. Your body works while you're sleeping. So you wake up and you're actually in a fasted mode. You haven't been eating. So you want to replenish it and give it food really soon so the metabolism will start working and you can get going and have energy throughout your day. So that is the only reason why you never want to skip that first meal. You want to eat so that you have energy throughout your day. So the rest of your day depends on you. Some people like smaller meals. Some people like larger meals. I am more of a larger meal person. I don't like to break things up into small little sets. You're gonna find for most people when they start clean, healthy eating, they often will say things like, this is a lot of food. And if you're thinking it's a lot of food, it might be best to break it up into small sets of food, and have 5 or 6 throughout the day. Once you've been eating clean for quite some time, and you're working out, sometimes you'll hear people say, wow, I'm really hungry. And so in that case, you might want to break it up into 4 meals. So one of the most recommended things to do, and not because it's the right way to do it, because again, you can eat whenever you want. It's not going to matter if you eat 10 minutes before you go to bed. Or, if you skipped lunch because you got so busy that you chose to have a bigger portion at dinner as long as it fits your calories and macros. That's not going to matter in the end. At the end of the day, you want to eat whatever's in your plan and all of that food. Not more, not less. I mean, within, a little bit give and take. So you want to be eating whatever's in your plan, all of it, okay? But what does work well for a lot of people is to break it up into between 5 to 6 meals. And the reason that works is so you don't find that you're getting hungry. So if you break it up evenly into 5 and 6 meals of the calorie intake, then you're gonna find you're not getting as hungry and you don't feel depleted and your body always has energy. So some people do like to have, say, a breakfast of, 300 or 400 calories or 500 calories, probably between 400 and 500 calories, your larger meal. And then throughout the day, the next 3 or 4 meals are 300 calories each, evenly broken up. That's gonna stop you from feeling hungry. And so that's why that's highly recommended. But in the real world, we all get busy. In the real world, we all have places to go. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I was so busy at that meeting, and I was so busy getting my kids, and I'd go here and go there and go there, and I didn't eat my lunch. I didn't eat, that portion. So you come home, and you had your lunch 2 hours later. Big deal. And now your dinner became 2 hours later that night because you're off schedule. Big deal. It's okay. Eat it, though. Don't skip it. You don't want to skip your calories. You don't want to skip your macros. You want to eat all the food that's in your plan. So really the key thing is, I guess, how to plan and how much to have, not really when you're eating it throughout the day. So let's recap for a minute. 1, whenever you wake up, eat within an hour of waking up and make that your largest meal. If you're a female, make that at least 300 calories, maybe 300 to 500 calories. If you're a male, you might want a few more, maybe it's 400 to 600 calorie breakfast or first meal. So you want to make sure that first meal is your largest meal. You need the most energy then. You just woke up. And then as you move through your day, you want to eat the rest of the stuff you planned. But if somehow you got busy and you didn't make it to whatever you planned time for that second or third meal, that's fine. Make it up later and eat it. Okay? So sticking to the plan is the most important, not the times. There's a lot of myth out there about don't eat past 6 o'clock, don't eat this food past this time. Don't worry about all that. Eat what's in your plan and eat it all. That's more important. Don't skip meals. Make them up. All right. So I hope this helps anybody. Second tip is, I'm sorry, I messed up, but second tip was, if you find that you're getting hungry or exhausted throughout the day, it is best to probably separate your meals over more meals. So to have, 4, 5, 6 meals a day instead of 3 meals a day, because then you'll get more calories, and to divide those evenly. So, like I said, if you had a 400 calorie breakfast, let's say you're on a 1600 calorie plan and you had a 400 calorie breakfast. Well, that leaves you 1200 calories for the rest of the day. Well, you want 4 more meals at 300 calories each, ideally, just so you don't find yourself getting hungry. All right? I hope that makes sense.